I recently attended my third event of the 2021 season. This autocross was held at the same airport as the events in my last two results videos. It's currently the only venue in my area that's holding events. If you've watched my last two videos, you've seen me make some driving mistakes and deal with some mechanical issues. But you've also seen one of the best things about autocross. The course is never the same. Creative course designers can make the same location feel very different from one event to the next. But there's one thing that's the same at every autocross event: the importance of being early with your inputs. Being early with your steering inputs in a slalom allows you to go faster through the slalom. Being late with your steering inputs in a slalom can make you hit cones, miss a cone in DNF, or have to slow down to make it through without missing or hitting a cone. Being early with your throttle inputs means you can increase your duration of acceleration, which will shave time. Being late on the throttle means you're going slower than you could be. At the last event, I drove my solid rear axle Fox body with 245 tires all around. Jumping into my IRS Swap 2000 GT on 315s for this event means I'll have more grip and composure out on course. I'm up against 8 other cars in Cam T. The course is dry and it's about 75 degrees. There are a lot of offset elements on this course. Being early with my steering and throttle inputs and using the added grip of the IRS to find speed in the slaloms and sweepers will pay off. But I paid the price for going sideways at my first event of this season, and I was late in the slaloms at the second one. I'm hoping my skills are sharper this time out. Strict COVID-19 safety protocols were in place for this event. My tires are set to 29 psi for run number 1. .357. Cold tires forced me to go easy in the first sweeper. I was very late in the long slalom after the first sweeper. Overdriving the slow elements led to sliding around, and I wasn't nearly as early and aggressive on the throttle as I needed to be in the straight sections. I was also wide in several areas, which added distance to the course. I need to be early with my steering inputs in the slalom and the offset sections, let the slow areas be slow, get more aggressive in the fast sections, and tighten up my line on my second run. I've lowered my pressure to 26 psi for run number 2. 48.856, 0.501 seconds faster. I was on the throttle earlier and harder in the first sweeper, I was earlier in the slalom, but there's still some room for improvement there. I drove a much tighter line in the hard right turn after the slalom. In general, I was closer to the cones in most areas on the course. Driving a tighter line means using less steering input, which will allow me to increase my duration of acceleration. I've kept my tire pressure at 26 psi for run number 3. .045, 0.811 seconds faster. I was faster coming out of the first sweeper, through the slalom, and exiting the slalom. Being early let me be aggressive. I was also on the gas a little earlier in the second sweeper, and I used the brakes less in both degree and duration in the offset sections after the second sweeper. The problem is, I'm chasing another New Edge Mustang that's running in the 47s. I'm happy that I'm finding chunks of time, but I need to get faster. I've kept my tire pressure at 26 psi for run number 4. 47.744, 0.301 seconds faster. I was more aggressive from the starting line through the slalom and out of the slalom. That helped me find some speed, but I'm still 0.4 of a second behind first place with one run left. My tires are at 26 psi for run number 5. 48.201, 0.457 seconds slower. I was late on the gas in the second sweeper, I was late in the offset cones coming down the runway, and I got sideways just past the shed. I knew I was behind on the run, and I went sideways, trying to make up the time I lost. If you compare my first run to my fourth run, you'll clearly see the importance of being early with your steering and throttle inputs. But the results show that I wasn't early enough. Second place, 0.419 seconds behind first. I finished in second place for the season back in 2019 in this club, and it looks like things are heading in that direction again in 2021. Luckily, it's not too late to turn things around. I'm going to focus on being early with my inputs at my next event. I'll post more results videos soon.